Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. So on today's video is the departing guide or the exit rules from the Philippines going abroad. Who are the passenger type? What categories are allowed to go out of the Philippines during the time of the pandemic? Details coming right up. So our reference for today is from Philippine Airlines. We have 5 types of passenger that we are going to talk about. What are the document requirements to travel abroad if you're going to a particular country coming from the Philippines? So our passenger type are overseas Filipino workers or OFW. Number 2, student enrolled abroad and participants accepted in exchange visitors program. Then we have the citizens, permanent resident, visa holders of foreign jurisdiction. Then we also have the foreign nationals. Foreign nationals refer to any individual with passport other than Philippine passport. And then we have the outbound Filipinos. So all of these outbound passengers going out from the Philippines, we are going to talk about with regards the document and requirements that you need to prepare per category. So these documents must be presented upon booking, check-in, and to the immigration officer before departing the Philippines. So let's bring up the first category, which are the overseas Filipino workers or OFWs. So these are the documents that you guys need before you depart from the Philippines. You have to have Philippine passport, valid work visa and contract, overseas employment certificate or OEC, pre-departure orientation seminar, PESOS certificate, seafarer's identification and record book for seaman, departure card, required travel and health document as specified by the destination. So the required health and travel insurance, this is if your destination abroad is requiring it. But if it's not requiring it, you don't need to have it. Make sure you check, for example, you're going to Singapore or Hong Kong, do they need health and travel insurance? But if not, you don't need to include that on your list. Bureau of Immigration declaration of acknowledging the risk involved in traveling. Then the registration to the PAO passenger profile and health declaration form as early as 5 days before departure. So this is if you are flying with Philippine Airlines. With other airlines, they probably have a different form, so make sure to check on that if not flying with Philippine Airlines. So these are the documentary and other requirements that you need if you belong to the overseas Filipino workers or OFW departing from the Philippines. Next up is students enrolled abroad and participant accepted in exchange visitor programs. Here are the documents and other requirements that you need before you depart from the Philippines. You need to have passport, valid visa, Commission on Filipino Overseas Certificate or CFO. The CFO if you are first time traveling abroad. You will have to attend a seminar before they will give you your CFO sticker. I experienced that during my K1 visa. You will need the departure card, required travel and health documents as specified by the destination, Bureau of Immigration declaration of acknowledging the risk involved in traveling, then registration on PAO passenger profile and health declaration form as early as 5 days before departure. So again, this reference is from Philippine Airlines. If you are flying with Philippine Airlines, you need to register 5 days prior. But if you are not flying with Philippine Airlines, make sure to check with your airline if you need to fill out or register to a particular form before you depart from the Philippines. Our next category are citizen or permanent residents or visa holder of foreign jurisdiction. So these are passenger type who are already living abroad, who are permanent residents of abroad, but still citizens of the Philippines. So here are the documents that you need and other requirements that you need to show when you depart from the Philippines. So you need your passport, your valid permanent visa or permanent resident card, Commission and Overseas Certificate or CFO for first-time immigrants, departure card, required travel and health documents as specified by the destination, then the travel pass that was implemented effective March 1 of 2021. Note, travelers who are permanent residents of foreign jurisdiction but holding a Philippine passport are excluded from these requirements. Number 1, all foreign nationals whose visas are issued pursuant to Philippine Immigration Act of 1940 and other special laws governing the visa issuance agencies like DOJ, Bureau of Immigration and Investment Promotion agencies shall be required to secure travel pass from the same agencies when departing the Philippines. Number 2, visa issuing agencies where a travel pass may be secured, DOJ, Bureau of Immigration and Investment Promotion agencies such as the BOI, PRA, PISA, CISA, CNMA, CDC, AFAB, and APECO. Number 3, those holding Immigration Clearance Certificate or ECC from Bureau of Immigration are exempted. Number 4, the travel pass shall be presented in printed or electronic form to the immigration counters as part of the documentary requirements upon departure. Number 6, a duly issued travel pass shall be for single use and valid for 30 days from its issuance. Number 7, failure to present a duly issued travel pass shall not be permitted to depart unless confirmed by the focal persons of the visa issuing agencies. I will leave the link in the description box if you have any concerns about travel pass, on who needs to get a travel pass, on who is issuing a travel pass, and all that stuff. I will leave the link in the description box for your reference. And of course, you need the Bureau of Immigration Declaration of acknowledging the risk involved in traveling, and the registration for Philippine Airlines Passenger Profile Health Declaration form. Our next category are foreign nationals. These are foreign nationals refer to any individual with passport other than Philippine passport. So here are the requirements that you will need: passport, valid permanent visa or permanent resident, departure card, required travel and health documents as specified by the destination, travel pass effective March 1 of 2021. So there are exemptions also for foreign nationals going abroad and all that stuff that we have read on the third category. I won't be reading anymore because this is the same with category number 3, which are the citizen or permanent resident or visa holders of foreign jurisdiction. They have the same exclusion on who are exempted to avail the travel pass. And of course, on this category, you also need the Bureau of Immigration Declaration of acknowledging the risk involved in traveling, as well as the registration of Philippine Airlines Passenger Profile and Health Declaration form. I will leave the link of the Bureau of Immigration Declaration in the description box for your reference. So when you are going out of the Philippines, exiting the Philippines, going back abroad, all you need is to print it and it's already on hand and you don't have to stand in line getting it, filling it out at the airport. So everything is there for you. So these are the documents and other requirements that they require for foreign nationals exiting the Philippines. And our last category are outbound Filipinos. For those traveling on tourist or short-term or visitor's visa, you will need the following: Philippine passport, supporting documents and medical or health requirements required by the destination country, confirmed round-trip ticket, travel and health insurance to cover travel disruptions and hospitalization in case of COVID-19 infections during their allowable period of stay abroad, Bureau of Immigration declaration of acknowledging the risk involved in traveling, whenever required by the country of destination, a negative COVID-19 test taken in accordance with the health and safety protocol of such destination, and the registration to the Philippine Airlines passenger profile and health declaration form as early as 5 days. So if you are a tourist or a holder of a short-term visa and you want to go abroad, you need to have a health and travel insurance to cover you just in case you get infected with COVID-19 abroad. And also, if you are bound to the United States of America, the CDC is requiring all US-bound passengers to have a negative RT-PCR swab test result within 72 hours. So make sure if you guys are headed to the US, they require a negative swab test result. Regardless of what airline you are flying, they require it when you enter the US. This will be checked upon check-in or upon departure with your airline. CDC accepts antigen and RT-PCR tests. But please take note, there are other airlines that requires only RT-PCR test. Other airlines also require either or both the antigen and the RT-PCR test. So make sure to coordinate with your airline what they require for passengers going abroad, particularly in the US. I also want to add that with all those documents that we have mentioned, you also need to register with TRAZE app because they will also need to scan your QR code before departing the Philippines. Please take note that travelers are allowed to exit the Philippines provided they are also eligible to enter the destination country and are subject to immigration formalities. Upon returning to the Philippines, passengers shall follow the arrival and quarantine protocol set by the National Task Force for COVID-19. So I hope this is clear to everyone on what are the documents that you will need per passenger type. And to those who are asking with the CFO sticker, this is a sticker attached to your passport after you have attended the seminar. This is required to those who are first-time travelers or first-time immigrants abroad. You can't leave the Philippines if you are a first-time traveler abroad if you don't have the CFO sticker. So make sure that you have that, like I mentioned, if you are first-timers abroad. So I hope I was able to show you all the requirements that you guys need for exit rules from the Philippines. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family whom you know that can use this video as reference. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We do travel updates, and if you are not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified on updates like this. And to our subscribers and new subscribers, thank you so much for the continuous support and trust to our channel, the Eaton Squad. I hope to see you guys in our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.